Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Asshole Consultant, how you guys doing? Hi, Captain. My name is... let's just keep you anonymous, because I don't want you getting in trouble. You wouldn't get in trouble, but why have your name associated with this site? And I would need some pointers, as I'm at a crossroads in life. A little bit of information on my background seems warranted. I'm 27 years old with a pre-university degree and no debts. I backpacked for a year in Australia, Asia, and Mexico when I was 20. I then dropped out of the University of Business Management at 22 with the hope of making a living as an entrepreneur. I moved back in with my mom at 23, and I was previously supported by my father while I was at university. I started to drink around 8 beers and smoke 1 to 2 grams of weed a day, man. Soon after, useless to say that none of my projects worked very well. I was still able to make a little bit of money doing translation, outsourced web design, and I also had a small transportation business with a piece of shit rusted out pickup truck that I bought for $400 until it broke. I then moved out of my mom's place at 25 and had a plethora of different jobs until I got sick and tired of getting fucked up all the time. I went to rehab last summer and I've been sober ever since. Awesome. So you're coming up on a year. That's good. After getting out, I decided to take it slow for a year and detach myself from anything that would bring me too much stress. Henceforth, I did not have a girlfriend and would not care too much about my bottom of the ladder retail job. I browsed Kijiji, a Canadian Craigslist, one night and found a gig as an attendant for a national park. I got hired and I now work there with very little work to do and lots of free times on my hands. Altogether, I'd say I have 4 hours a week of work and still get paid $5.75 a week with no rent. I'm in the middle of the woods alone with internet access. What's funny is I looked at the... I was like, oh, what are you in Banff, Jasper? Right? No, you're in a like a zone. You're not in a real park. Maybe it is a park, but it's a... There's not this little cottage village downtown where there's bars and people to see. You are in the middle of freaking nowhere, man. I was like, because I was looking at a motorcycle ride not too far away from where you are. And I was like, oh, wow. You are way out there. I'm in the middle of the wood alone with internet access. I figured it'd be the best way to end my first year of sobriety and figure out what comes next. I'm currently investing all my money in crypto, and I joined a group to start trading during the day. I did a couple IQ tests online, including the online pre-tests for Mensa, which gave me a very good odds of passing a real one, 30 out of 40, the French version. And I got in between 128 and 135 on 5 other trustworthy online tests. Yeah, you're in 125 a bad day, 130 on a good one. I have well above average verbal school and was told by a lot of people I'm very intelligent outside my family. Hence why I believe those results. Well, you scored. There's your answer. You scored. You did fine. You're in the top. Well, I'd have to look at the standard deviations on some of these, but assuming 15 for the standard deviation, you're in the top 3%. Furthermore, I read your book, Curse of the High IQ, and pretty much everything in this book resonated with me, especially the part about university where you tell yourself that it is the ultimate place of learning before you get there and figure out it is the same BS going on. Once I had an ethic bimbo professor tell his companies to put emphasis on ethics were in the top 10% of business profits-wise, and therefore ethics are a good way to increase profits. It's obviously the other way around, and how someone with a PhD can't see that is beyond me. Dude, she's lying. They all lie. Academics and PhDs lie, especially in the social sciences. Science, you gotta obey by the laws of physics, laws of chemistry. But with the social sciences, I mean, heck, they just came out with, I think it was a study last year, ironically, where they could not repeat the results of 2/3 of psychology experiments. And that kind of shines a dark light on psychology because it's not a real field. If you can't reproduce the results, then it's not a science. Your entire study is bunk. But these people don't care. I mean, you know, a women's studies professor is always, her research is always going to show discrimination. A business professor is always going to show you ethics and diversity is going to increase profits. It's all bullshit. I have thousands of examples like this one, including a constant hungover, incoherent professor who literally put 5 minutes a week preparing his lectures, who told us it was useless to come to class. We'd be better off just reading the manual in order to prepare for the exam, but I don't want to digress any further. That's at least he's honest. We had this Asian professor, and his English was not acceptable. Absolutely not acceptable. Yay, diversity! and could not teach to save his life. And I was shocked that when I went into the office and said, "You're going to get rid of this guy," some of the students in the class were like, "That's so rude, that's so mean." I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm paying this money." But then I forgot it's the Carlson School of Management, and those kids from the prissy white suburbs never paid their own tuition. So what did they care? Just be nice and kind and help the dumb shit Asian professor who doesn't speak a lick of English teach an English class. Class in English. Last winter I went to see a career counselor and he was very good. I liked the experience. We figured out law would be a very good career path since I'm verbally gifted, quick-witted, and have an analytical mind. The only thing is I do not have a good GPA because I have always been a last-minute student. Only straight A students can get into law school. The only way for me to get in to do so is to do a year in their introductory program and get rock star grades, as they only accept around 2 to 5%. Go to law afterwards. My goal is to learn about AI and blockchain and practice law around those new technologies. I'm also interested in defending fellow citizens against Revenue Quebec, the IRS of Canada, and other government vampiric agencies, as I'm such free market, centralized, small government advocate. Okay, you're all over the place now. Now you're fucked. You're completely fucked. And I would not even bother. I mean, you could do that on the side for charity if you'd like, but there's no money. Nonprofits and helping you. I mean, go ahead and do it. If it makes you feel better, but you're going to find out conservative charities, libertarian charities are they're mismanaged, dysfunctional shitholes. I would just do it on your own. Start your own if you want. There are other paths I could take beside law. Please note that the university degree is dirt cheap in the socialist province of Quebec. It is entirely possible for me to graduate with no debt. Want to learn AI machining on my own? Could easily learn advanced statistics and basic programming in order to dive into more advanced concepts of AI. Dude, I hate that. Everyone keeps telling me about AI. Like, oh, go into AI, go into AI. It's like, you sure this isn't just pop culture? You sure it isn't just like, are they hiring? And what do you got to get? You got to get a doctorate in statistics and programming to go work to truly work in AI? Or are you just going to go get your standard computer science degree and they're like, well, we don't really work at AI. And Google's like, oh no, we got doctorates working on that shit. So go fuck yourself. Now you got to get a doctorate. You can also keep the job I have, which is seasonal, live on unemployment for the rest of the year. God damn it, Canada. It just lives on unemployment. I would like to start a small business teaching old people in a residential home how to use their computer and internet. No, this is a fifth fucking thing you're working. Is there a program for people on unemployment benefit who wants to start a small business like this one? Probably in Canada. I don't know. Fine. Go ahead. It's not going to take you that much time. But now you got to look for a program. Now you got to enroll in the program. Why did you think this was a good business idea? You are fucking... I think there's a little bit of pot left in you. I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to do that, man. I'm going to fucking focus. Oh, there is a program. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would like to start a small business teaching old people in residential. So there's a program for people on unemployment and want to start a small business like this one. If you qualify, you basically get a year of minimum wage, and you get to keep all the profit you make. The best part is that you don't have to give any of the money back. Well, sure, why not? If Trudeau's going to throw more money at you, go ahead. Canada, America on easy mode. If I qualify, I can make a good living working part-time for myself, learn machine learning full-time. Okay, not by working and helping people set up their internet. If I don't qualify, I can earn a living between my gig in the national park and my unemployment while I learn AI. Okay, fine. First thing I would do before you go down this AI route is see what kind of educational requirements are to get a job in AI. You're going to be working at the high-level development R&D departments or at an Apple or a Google or whatever Canada has up there. And look at what it is. A master's, a doctorate, how many years experience? How many languages do you need to know? Before you go and just, wow, it's really cool, man. Awesome, man. Before you, why don't you investigate a little bit? You got time on your hands. Why don't you see what does it take to master AI and to get to the cutting edge where someone's going to hire you? Not a mere legal knowledge of AI. I don't see where they Venn diagram law and artificial intelligence. I don't see it. I'm sure they cross over a little bit, but this seems like almost two fully removed circles have nothing to do with one another. 2. Learn machine learning while getting a computer science degree. Computer science engineers who go beyond the curriculum are huge demands. If I choose this route, I will also benefit from the fact that most universities offer well-paid internships, $15 to $20 an hour during summer, and are a guaranteed well-paying job right after school. Again, Canada, America on easy mode. Who guarantees this? The taxpayer? My ultimate goal is to work for myself, but a good job in a high IQ field where my boss is likely to be very intelligent is interesting too. I can learn machine learning while going to university, and if I have a degree and a portfolio in AI, I will be in a very nice spot. The advantage of university is networking recognition in the HR-controlled corporate world. No, the advantage of university is you get yourself a computer science degree, and you don't have to deal with the HR bits. That's the deal. Much like alarm systems, they should not exist in a perfect world, but they certainly have utility in the world we live in. Once, God, dude, you got to learn to write more efficiently. That's why I charge you so much. Once again, keep in mind that a degree here is cheap, $9,000 with books and all. Yes, I know, Canada, America on easy mode, and all other expenses included for 3 years. I can also benefit from the state scholarship program that would cover most, if not all, of the $9,000. Please note that this is a scholarship, not a loan. I don't have to pay back any of this. Cool. Become an actuary. Now yet a 6th fucking profession you've introduced to this. Become an actuary. I certainly see the strength of studying math-based subject, low competition, high IQ requirement, a good paying reward. There's no competition to get into the computer science and the actuarial program, unlike law school. And I think law sucks. I think law is dumb. This tells me that it would also be the case in the job market, which would mean better pay and easier time getting good time moving up the race. More importantly, it mean my boss would likely need me more than I need him, which is invaluable. I am also ready to compete after law school. I'm convinced I could be a force to be reckoned with in the field. What the fuck does that mean? I just don't like the fact that I could lose another year if I'm not accepted into the program. 4, join the military. This may be the odd one here since it does not really match the options I outlined before. The reason I'm considering the military is that although I am a fast thinker with a lot of talent and potential, I am messed up and unorganized. No shit! Really? I didn't know it was by this blathering of 8 pages. And you going all over the place. The reason I'm considering the military is that although I'm a fast thinker with a lot of time, messy and organized, I have a feeling that a 3-year service could teach me a couple lessons that would help me greatly down the line. I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I feel it would not be a bad idea either. Sorry for the bad syntax and grammatical errors. English is my second language. Enough of me fishing for blah, blah, blah. Alright. You're not doing the law school thing, okay? I'm going to assume Canada is like America and that pretty much every highfalutin dipshit wants to get in. If they only have a 2 to 5% acceptance rate, they got more than they need. There's plenty of people coming into law. And to go and work in law, it's not demand-based. It's supply push. That's what it is. Everyone tries it wants to be. So you get this hugely skewed income distribution with law, where there's more applicants than there are real jobs. And those of you that are willing to suck the most dick and go pat Trudeau's pussy, you guys are the one that are going to make 150 Canadian, okay, per year. And then for every one of those, there's 10 who are like working at some nonprofit dipshit, save the whales, diversity, cuck and fuck, whatever the hell it is. And we got to raise awareness. So there's your precious law degree, paid for by the Canadian taxpayers, and you're raising awareness. No, don't. Your best one, because you seem to have an interest in artificial intelligence, although I don't think you truly understand what it means, and you certainly haven't looked at what the educational requirements are to work in the field, I think your best option is to go and get a computer science degree. That will, 1, confer upon you all the benefits of having a degree that's in demand, meaning you don't have to deal with HR, you're not going to go through an arduous application process, you don't have to worry about pay, you don't have to worry about lippy bosses. It also is the field that would inevitably, if you like to, could inevitably work your way towards artificial intelligence. So I think that's a great way. Actuary, that's a completely different field. That's a completely different field. You have to learn statistics. You might have to learn some modeling. I would not bother becoming an actuary. You haven't expressed any interest in statistics or math. You just said AI. Now, hey, why not an actuary? I would not bother with that. The military, I think a stint would do well for you. You need focus. You need discipline. And since everything seems to be free and they'll pay you not to work and they'll work you not to pay and all that other stuff. I mean, do you have a reserve or a National Guard type of unit, like a part-time military? We got that here in the United States where you go like once a month for a weekend and then you go, no, 2 weeks a year, once a weekend a month. That's what it is. Part-time military. The funny thing is everything else is free, so why would you join the Canadian military? You can't, there's no benefits. It's like, hey, we pay you a little bit and you get shot. In the United States, like, well, you give you free this and free that and education that. Canada, come here and get shot. No, everything else is free. There's no reason to join us unless you want to get shot. Yeah, you are way out in the middle of nowhere. I'll do the computer science degree. If you want to do this dancing pony show where you take a program and waste your time to help old people who are living in communes and off the Canadian taxpayer over in Newfoundland or Labrador, Labrador I think it is, how to set up their internet. Okay, go ahead. It's not artificial intelligence. That's you can do that online and learn it for free with the YouTube videos. I think that's a waste of time. I would be getting your ass into a real school, real discipline. And then if there is a Canadian Reserve or a part-time military, I would look into that because that would definitely help you out. I would not bother with law school. I would not bother with actuarial programs. And I would let AI happen naturally, do some more investigating, and figure out whether or not you need a doctorate and 5 years experience, or it's like fresh out computer science. Oh yeah, we have entry-level positions in artificial intelligence. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. So. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers as long as you got a shit ton of money, which in Canada you do because everything's free. Oh wait, but then they tax it, so it's not free. AssholeConsulting.com. We'll see you guys all later. Toodles.